Hello, my friends. Hi, it's Miss Lacey. I'm not wearing a mask because I'm in my home. I have another manners story for us. This one's called Say Please, Little Bear. This story is by Peter Bentley and it has illustrations by Rob McPhillips. On the back it says, "It's better when we share, Little Bear." Daddy Bear shows Little Bear how much fun sharing, taking turns, and being helpful can be. A warm and touching story exploring the importance of friendship and sharing. Look at that. Here we have a daddy bear and his little bear, and it looks like the little bear might be thinking about sharing this little soft thing with a friend. Interesting. Let's see if we can find out more. Say please, Little Bear. Daddy Bear and Little Bear were on the way to kindergarten, but Little Bear kept wandering off. That's not safe, is it? You should always stay close to the people who are helping you get to where you need to be. "Keep hold of my hand, Little Bear," said Daddy Bear. Little Bear seems a bit distracted. I hope they're in a safe place. "Go gently, Little Bear," said Daddy Bear. Oh, here's Little Bear running into the room. Does it look like Little Bear's paying attention to what everyone's doing? Nope, just barreling right in there, getting ready to knock people over. "Little Bear, it isn't nice to snatch," says Daddy. Oh, Little Bear noticed that someone had something that he liked, so he just took it. It seems to me like Little Bear has a really hard time listening and thinking about others, huh? "It's better when we share, Little Bear," says Daddy Bear. Interesting. So right here, Daddy's using the word share, as in if this fox here feels that it's okay to share, then we ask, and the fox will share some of this food. It's not okay just to snatch and grab and hold things for yourself. If that fox says that it does not want to share his food, that's okay. We need to let that fox keep his food. Later, Daddy Bear took Little Bear to Little Bunny's birthday party. They went shopping on the way. "Please hold my hand, Little Bear," said Daddy warily. Oh, again, Little Bear wants to be on his own and to do whatever he wants to do, but Daddy's trying to let him know, hey, it's not always time to do things that you want to do. Sometimes you need to stay with the group for safety. Daddy's trying to get that bear someplace safely. Little Bear needs to listen. Then something in the shop window gave Daddy Bear an idea. Oh. "Look, Little Bear," he said. "That mouse wants to speak to us." Oh. Do you see the mouse? Yeah, there's a little toy mouse there. Daddy Bear thinks that this is interesting. I wonder what Daddy Bear is thinking. "Mouse wants to come to the party too, Little Bear," said Daddy Bear. "But he hates to be late." Oh. Well, that's interesting. Daddy Bear is introducing this toy mouse to Little Bear, and he's letting him know that one thing that's important to this mouse is time. This party is going to be at a certain time. And if you get there late, then you're missing a lot of the party and you're interrupting things that are already happening. So it's important to try and be on time. So Daddy's saying, hey, it's not just important to me. It's also important to this mouse. They reached Little Bunny's party on time. Mouse whispered in Daddy Bear's ear. Oh, he's holding the mouse up to his ear. Do you think that the mouse is really whispering? No, Daddy's playing pretend, but he's trying to help Little Bear learn something important. Mouse says, "Excuse me, please." Oh. So Daddy is using the mouse to help Little Bear remember that we're supposed to say "excuse me" when you're going into a crowd of people and you need them to move out of the way, like Little Bear's doing right there. Say "excuse me." That helps them to know that, hey, you are trying to enter that space. Little Bear ran to play on the train. Mouse whispered in Daddy Bear's ear. Mouse says, "Can she have a ride on the train, please?" Look at that. There's another great reminder. See, here's this little one who also wanted to be on the train. Little Bear was so excited to get on the train, he didn't even notice that he was taking space that someone else was supposed to have. He wanted to play so much, he was so excited, he forgot to use his manners. Yeah, so he should have stopped and said, "Can I have a ride?" And that way they could have told him if there was time right now or if he needed to wait just a little bit for his turn. Then no one would need to cry. Little Bear snatched the popcorn from his friends. Mouse whispered in Daddy Bear's ear. Mouse says, "Would you like some popcorn, Bunny and Mole?" Oh. So he's reminding Little Bear that Bunny and Mole were planning on eating that popcorn, so he shouldn't just eat it all for himself. Remembering that there's other people that are around him is important. So the mouse is saying, hey, let's think about them too. Don't just snatch and grab. You're sharing this space and the food, right? When it was time to go, Little Bear stood silently on the doorstep. Mouse says, "Thank you for having me," said Daddy. Yes, it's important to thank people for the nice time that you had. They didn't have to invite Little Bear. They're being kind and saying, hey, we'd like for you to share this time with us and this space with us. So it's important to say thank you for that nice time. Little Bear looked at Mouse. Then he looked at Daddy Bear. Then he looked at Little Bunny's mom and said, "And thank you for having me." "Oh, thank you for coming, Little Bear," smiled Little Bunny's mom. "You and Mouse can come and play anytime." Oh, isn't that nice? So now that he was using his manners, they're more willing to play with him again. They're willing to have him come over again. That's nice. I don't know if they would have been as willing to play with him again if he had kept being so rude. "Mouse likes the way you said thank you," said Daddy Bear. "And so do I." Oh, there we go. Yeah, he's getting a nice hug and a reminder from that mouse. Good manners. Now they can work on those together. See, he's holding Daddy's hand like he should. He's being safe, walking together. I know that the world is so exciting. There's so many things. And when you were a baby, you could just walk up and grab those things. If you ended up being a little bit late to get to somewhere, well, that's because you were busy learning along the way, right? But we're a little bit bigger now, and not every moment is a moment that you need to stop and say, let's do something else instead. Sometimes we've got places to be, and sometimes we've got jobs to do. So when it's your time to be somewhere, let's just go. So that way we're not taking time from others. We don't want to be rude to them. They have important things to be done too. So if there's someplace you need to be on time, that's the priority. If someone has something that you want, you don't get to just take it. They are a priority too. A lot of this book is about thinking of others, isn't it? Yeah, that's what manners is. Remembering to think of others. Being healthy, helpful, and calm. That's good not just for you, but for everyone around you. And it's hard work. Daddy Bear didn't learn how to do all of these things entirely on his own. Someone had to teach him too, and he had to practice. So now he's trying to help Little Bear learn. That's what we're trying to do too, right? We're trying to help you learn how to be healthy, helpful, and calm. And that's what your families are trying to do. And sometimes it's what your friends are trying to do when they complain about something you've done. I know sometimes it's embarrassing to be told no. Sometimes you think, hey, but I wanted that, me. But you know what? You're surrounded by people who love you. And they want nice things for you. So if they're telling you, hey, I don't like how you did that, maybe it's time to listen and think, how could I be better next time when I do this thing? Maybe instead of snatching, you could say, hey, would you please share? Maybe instead of running into that space, you could just slow down and say, could I come and play too? These are things to try. talk to your teacher or other grown-up that's around you about ways that you could do things a little bit better. So that way you can show that you're using your manners. All right, that's the end of this story. Thank you so much for being such great listeners. I'll talk to you guys again next time, okay? Bye-bye.